Today's class, and today we're going to start a new tense, present continuous. In the past few days, we spoke about parts of speech, present tense or simple present. Today, we're going to talk about another tense, which is very common, and we use this a lot in our daily lives. So it's called present continuous. The definition is here. It says that the present continuous, also called present progressive, is a verb tense or form of a verb which is used to show that an activity is taking place right now or an ongoing action is happening right now, either at the moment of talking. Okay, so the present continuous can also be used to show that an action is going to happen in the near future. So what it means is that an action or activity that's happening right now as we speak. For example, right now I am talking to you guys. I am sitting in my room. I am sitting in my office. I am reading a book. Anything that we are doing right now, for example, that's called present continuous. We do have rules and we do have some structures that we have to be careful, and those structures are relevant to different subject use in our sentences. I have outlined it there too. Also, we can use present continuous that it's a tense that we're going to use to talk about an action which is going to happen in the near future. So we'll have some examples. In this definition, I have tried to explain it detailfully so you guys know it. Otherwise, it was much easier for me to just have one line explaining the definition of present continuous. So present continuous tense structure. So here we're going to talk how to structure our sentences when we are speaking about present continuous tense, or a sentence in present continuous tense. So the present continuous is formed by using am, as, are. We know that we use am for I, as we use for third person singular, and are we use for second person plural and third person plural, plus present participle. Present participle mean the present participle mean present continuous or ing form or gerund form of a verb. So that's the easy way to explain it. So the formula is having a structure as follow: subject plus to be verb plus ing. So here's an ing suffix is added at the end of our verbs, both with singular and plural subjects in our sentences. Okay, so questions are indicated by inverting the subject and am as these are to be verb. Okay, these are called to be verbs or helping verbs. Okay, at the beginning of our sentences before our subject. So negatives are made by adding not. So the first statement is, as our example, it says we are watching the game. So when we say we have to use are because it's more than one person. Okay, it's first person plural, the game. If we want to make the statements question, so we have to bring are at the beginning of our sentence, and then at the end of the sentence we have to put a question mark. It says we are watching the game. Are we watching the game? We are not watching the game. That's a negative form statement. The contraction form or the short form is not, is isn't, are not, is aren't, note. So what we can use for I, in some parts people use and it's a contraction form, or it's a contracted form of for am not, is not, are not, has not, have not, and stuff like that. So English language, in our English language, when I say in our English language, it's a spoken language nowadays. Some communities use ain't in their dialects as a contraction of do not, does not, stuff like that. So this is the definition part, and this is the structure of our sentences when we are using different subjects, and we use accordingly what's required of us. And in case we are in case we are thinking how to structure our sentences, we have to look at the subject or our subjects in our sentences, and then we accordingly go ahead and add our verbs and other stuff required for that structure. So present continuous uses. Now, present continuous, as we mentioned before, it's used for different timing of something which is happening right now or something which is going to happen in the near future. So they use the present continuous with normal verbs to express the idea that something is happening right now at the moment. It can also be used to show that something is not happening right now. Okay, for example, you're learning English now. You're learning English now. So we are talking about something that you are doing right now. You're not swimming now. Okay? So you're not doing this action. You are learning English now, you're doing this thing now, you're not swimming now. So it means that right now you are learning English. You're not swimming right now. Are you sleeping? Question mark. We put R at the beginning of our sentence before the subject and then our verb in ing form. I am sitting. Okay, who's sitting? I. With I we can say I is, yeah, or I are. I'm not standing. I'm not standing. Okay, I can say this or I can just use this. I'm not standing. So these are two ways. Is he sitting or standing? They are reading their books. So with they we use are, and again read. Read is the regular form of the verb, but when we use with our are to be verb, we have to use the ing form of our verb. Okay, they're not watching television. What are you doing? Why aren't you doing your homework? This is the question. Okay. Now here we have a diagram and it says use number 2. This shows the action. Okay. This is showing us when the action is happening. So we got three different tenses here. What's past, which is something happened in the past, present is right now, and future is something that hasn't happened yet. So this is basically longer actions in progress now. Okay, so let's see what I have written here. So in English, now can mean different things. Okay, the second, today, this month, this year, this century, and so on. What it means is that now in the English language or in English, now can mean differently. Okay, let me just do it this way so you guys can mean differently. So it can mean different, and we can use it differently. Okay, we use the present continuous to say that we are in the process of doing a longer action which is in progress, something which is happening right now, or something which is being going on. However, we might not be doing it at this exact second. It means we're talking about something which is going on, but it doesn't mean that right now we're doing it. Okay, I'll give you examples. All of these sentences can be said while eating dinner in a restaurant. Okay, I am studying to become a doctor. Let's say we're eating our lunch and you ask me, what are you doing or what are you studying? I would just say I'm studying to become a doctor, even though I'm not, I'm eating food right now, but I'm talking about an action which is going on. Started and it's going on in progress. I'm not studying to become an engineer. Okay, so it means we're having lunch and we're having lunch and we are talking about different topics, and then I answer, I'm not studying to become an engineer. So even though right now I'm not studying at the moment, but I'm eating right now, so we can use this structure. I'm reading the book. The book. I'm reading the book. Why we say endless knowledge. This is a title of. This is the title of the book. I'm reading the book, and this is the title. I'm not reading any books right now. Right now, I'm not doing anything. I'm not reading any books. Are you working on any special assignments? So this a way. This is a structure to make questions. How to make question? We bring our verb at the beginning of our sentences, and then at the end, instead of a full stop or period, we put a question mark. Aren't you teaching at the orphanage? This is a question that we are asking. So I think we can probably go on a little. Let's go with this one. The third use. Third use is about near future. So this shows our action: present, past, future, and this is near future means something which is between present, right now, and future. Okay. Sometimes speakers use present continuous to indicate that something will or will not happen in the near future. Example: I'm meeting Sam after lunch. Even though right now, for example, this is morning, but we are talking about this afternoon, this lunchtime. So that's something that's going to happen in the near future. I'm not attending the party. So the party could, okay, the party, let's say here, tonight. I'm not attending the party tonight. So tonight, even though right now it's, let's say, lunchtime or it's morning, and we talk about something that will happen in the near future. Is he visiting his cousins next weekend? Next weekend is something that's going to happen, or it's going to come later on, but we're talking about that action that will happen in the near future. Isn't she cooking dinner for us tonight? Even though it's not tonight, it's like afternoon or morning, but we're talking about the near future action. So I think that should be it for today. We have rules. We have rules that when we use ing, what should we do? And we also have rules that when our last letter will be doubled before we can put ing. So that was it for today. I hope you learned something. Please let me know if you need to find out more about any particular uh, element within grammar, or please share it, like it, and we'll talk later. Take care and